Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. Iran has carried out a retaliatory strike, a strong and comprehensive one, on Israel. The attack that Israel had previously launched on Iran was horrifying. In that strike, 4 senior Iranian generals were killed, along with 6 prominent and valuable scientists who were also martyred. It was a grim and tragic situation, a day of immense loss and despair for Iran and its allies. Israeli intelligence had provided critical information which led to the attack. Iran likely never expected such a severe blow, where their top military leadership, including their army chief and the head of the Revolutionary Guard, would be killed, along with 2 other key generals and high-value scientists. Their nuclear facilities were also targeted. It was a shocking and terrifying episode, but Iran deserves credit. Despite such a devastating blow, Iran responded within 24 hours. Let me explain what Iran did in response. Iran launched missile strikes targeting various parts of Israel. The main areas reported so far include attacks in Tel Aviv on the Ministry of Defense, military installations, the Israeli Economy Ministry, and areas in Haifa. These are considered sensitive and strategic Israeli locations. Iran even targeted a gas platform in the sea. For a long time, many accused Iran of being a proxy for Israel, alleging hidden cooperation. There's also ongoing sectarian tension, Shia-Sunni divisions, which has created internal rifts within the Muslim world. Non-Muslims, however, don't differentiate. They see all Muslims as one group. But within the Muslim world, these divisions are often manipulated for personal or political gains. However, I believe today that perception has changed. This confrontation between Iran and Israel is real. It's not new, it's been ongoing for years. Iran, through its support and backing of various groups, has been in long-standing conflict with Israel. What was once a covert conflict has now turned into a direct war. Israel's previous attack was highly successful from an intelligence perspective. They hit major targets. But perhaps even Israel didn't anticipate Iran retaliating this quickly and with such planning. Iran struck Israel's key areas. Social media is filled with visuals of bombs falling rapidly across different parts of Israel. Tel Aviv echoed with explosions. Israel's Iron Dome intercepted many Iranian weapons in the air, but even that system has its limits. Some fast-moving missiles made it through and struck their intended targets, causing substantial damage in Israel. Iran deserves acknowledgement for this swift, decisive response. Within 24 hours, instead of collapsing into chaos, they reorganized their leadership, made strategic decisions, and retaliated effectively. Now let's look at the conditions in both countries. Missiles are falling in both Iran and Israel. Both are experiencing casualties. Iranian media reports suggest over 70 people have been martyred. Israeli sources have reported injuries, though exact fatality figures have not yet been disclosed. There is a major contrast between the two nations. In Iran, despite the loss of life, people are out on the streets celebrating, supporting their forces and government, chanting war anthems, praying and raising red flags on mosques, symbolizing vengeance and war. The entire country is united in a warlike spirit. In contrast, the scenes in Israel are very different. I saw footage of large Israeli gatherings dispersing in panic when Iran struck. People trampled over each other, trying to get to safety in underground bunkers. Israel has built extensive underground bunkers in all its major cities, and I've seen footage from inside them. These bunkers are extremely well fortified with massive concrete pillars, some 10 to 12 feet wide. They are equipped with electricity, air conditioning, despite the heat, internet, phone lines, food, water, and even entertainment for children. Children were playing and swinging inside, while some adults were singing or dancing to pass the time. So on one hand, you have Iranians standing in the open, backing their military and showing public solidarity. On the other hand, Israeli civilians are hiding in bunkers, cut off from the battlefield. This contrast is stark. One major disadvantage for Iran is geography. Iran does not share a border with Israel. If they did, the situation would have been very different, perhaps resolved long ago. Nevertheless, Iran has managed to challenge Israel despite the distance. No other Arab country has confronted Israel at this level. Now, regarding how Iran carried out the attack, this is a big question. Iran used submarines in this strike. While most of Iran's missiles don't have the range to reach Israel, which is about 2,200 to 2,300 kilometers away, they do have a few long-range missiles. Most Iranian missiles are short-range but highly accurate. So Iran adopted a new strategy. They deployed submarines to get closer via the sea, then launched missiles from underwater platforms, which then hit Israeli territory. That's how Iran overcame the range limitation. In addition, they used long-range missiles and drones. Iran has now claimed it has even bigger surprises for Israel and its allies in the near future. Let me tell you what Iran can do. Look, there are some unconfirmed reports coming in. Let me clarify that for you. It's a warlike situation, so both sides will engage in exaggeration. There will be propaganda from both ends, things will be portrayed in an exaggerated way from both ends, and there will be information that we cannot verify because it is a wartime environment. However, I will still share the available information with you. It is being said that China and Russia are helping Iran, and they have supported Iran in the past as well. On the other hand, America always supports Israel. So it's obvious that China and Russia, given their strong relations with Iran, would support Iran too. Iran has excellent relations with China, exemplary even, and also with Russia. Using these relations, Iran can seek their help. Some reports also suggest that certain advanced missiles have been provided to Iran, which could pose a major surprise for Israel or its allies in the future. On social media, Pakistani users are overwhelmingly standing with Iran, with strong support, except for a few people, of course. Some people have strange and irrational views, but generally, when a fellow Islamic country is in trouble, normal people will naturally stand with it. That's obvious. So it was expected that people in Pakistan would support Iran. That's obvious too. Because when India and Pakistan fight, Israel always stands with India and supports it. Even today, Narendra Modi tweeted about having spoken to Netanyahu. Modi added that he hopes peace prevails in the region, but that was just a vague statement. We know that Israel always supports India against Pakistan, and India supports Israel. Now that they've communicated, Israel will probably gain some support from India. There are one or two other important things here. Pakistan has now come into the picture because some of Netanyahu's statements are circulating rapidly on social media. I'll present those statements shortly, but first, a very significant news item. The F-35 jet, one of the most advanced jets in the American arsenal. After the F-16, the F-35 has become the most popular American jet. It's much more advanced than the F-16. It's a fifth-generation aircraft. China and Turkey are trying to develop similar aircraft. Pakistan is also looking to buy advanced jets, and Russia is attempting to match the F-35, but right now the F-35 is the most prominent combat aircraft in the world. So far, the F-35 has never been shot down, just like the Rafale had never been downed until Pakistan downed one for the first time. Credit goes to Pakistani pilots and the Pakistan Air Force. Likewise, the F-35 has never been shot down, but now Iranian media is claiming, and some Russian media are echoing this, that Iran has downed two F-35s. Is this true? We can't confirm it yet. Only 4 weeks ago, there was news that in Yemen, the Houthis, rebels as they're called, downed 7 American MQ-9 Reaper drones, each worth around $30 million. The New York Times reported that F-16S and F-35S were also nearly shot down during the incident, prompting the United States to limit its operations there. So it's not impossible to shoot down these jets. They narrowly escaped just a few weeks ago. Now Iran is claiming they have downed 2 F-35S. Could Iran have shot them down using their air force? Well, no, because Iran's air fleet is, outdated and under sanctions. They don't even have access to spare parts. They actually have to make their own. Their air force operates under some pretty severe constraints, so they couldn't have downed F-35S using fighter jets. Instead, the claim is that Iran used its air defense missile systems to shoot them down. And this claim is being made not only by Iranian media but also by Russian media. If true, and if the jets weren't being flown by American pilots, since the United States also sells F-35s to allies like the United Arab Emirates, Israel and possibly Saudi Arabia, then Iran becomes the first country in the world to shoot down F-35s. Pakistan was the first to shoot down a Rafale jet, and now Iranian and Russian media are saying Iran has downed F-35s. We can't confirm it yet. If aircraft are downed, it can't stay hidden for long. Soon it will be clear how many were downed, by whom, where and how. Now back to Pakistan. Netanyahu's statements are important here. One of them seems new, the other older, but taken together, they give us insight into Israel's view of Pakistan. In one interview, Netanyahu said that letting Pakistan become a nuclear power was one of Israel's biggest mistakes. He claimed they had the opportunity to stop it, but didn't. And now they won't repeat the same mistake with Iran. Go back to 1998, when Pakistan became a nuclear state. There were real fears of an attack from India and Israel. American support would likely have backed that move. Netanyahu is now saying they made a mistake, not stopping Pakistan, and now they will not allow Iran to become a nuclear state. Another statement from Netanyahu, widely shared on social media, says, "We are dealing with a massive threat, the possibility of Islamic militant regimes acquiring nuclear weapons." He identifies Iran as the first threat and Pakistan as the second. According to him, if these radical regimes, as he calls them, get nuclear weapons, they won't follow the rules the world has followed for 70 years. He says this about Pakistan and Iran, but doesn't say the same about other nuclear powers like the United States, China, Russia, European nations, or even North Korea. Only Pakistan and Iran are labelled as radical regimes by him. He claims they could create global instability. But Pakistan has always played a positive and responsible role in global peace, through the United Nations, peacekeeping missions, and in military cooperation. Still, Israel now seems to be keeping a close watch on both Iran's and Pakistan's nuclear capabilities. So this statement from Netanyahu should be taken as a threat by Pakistan. The Pakistani government needs to respond. They often make statements, but if there is a real confrontation, then Israel will realize Pakistan's true capabilities. Pakistan has strong defense capabilities, much stronger than Iran, though Iran has shown remarkable courage. This must be acknowledged. Another point, Pakistan's intelligence agencies are currently facing trouble. General Asim Munir is visiting the United States, and overseas Pakistanis are planning protests against him. Many overseas Pakistanis say their families back home in Pakistan are being harassed. They've been told, if you protest against Asim Munir, your families in Pakistan will face consequences. I asked them why they want to protest, and they said it's because the military establishment, including Asim Munir, is responsible for the current political crisis. The public mandate has been stolen, the judiciary is compromised, the media is not free, the economy is in ruins, a puppet government is in power. They say, we have every right to protest. Our rights are being trampled, and we are facing oppression. Now, the Pakistani authorities are trying to stop this protest by using pressure and threats. If the protest succeeds, it could have serious consequences for Asim Munir's job and credibility. If it fails, he could gain politically. So, the Pakistani embassy, political leadership, intelligence agencies, everyone is trying to stop this protest. But overseas, Pakistanis are confident that a large number will show up. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.